to get the throne back.
He is a pretender. He has taken the throne by force.
What people...
I give you the Queen of England.
She belongs to Lancaster.
Elizabeth Woodville is basically one of those women that are, I would believe she's very intelligent, and in this particular episode we do find out that she's actually a white witch. So it's kind of one of those type of witches that put their fortunes in the water, try to reel in a little bit of a string and see what happens next. She ends up pulling out a crown, and let's just say that it's definitely one of these stories that are very unbelievable, because most commoner women are not asked to marry the king. I mean, just imagine if you're like sitting in your apartment, you go outside, you meet this famous person or president or someone that's just completely wealthy, and then they're just like, okay, I'm going to marry you. So this is definitely one of these stories that are very important all important to the Game of Thrones. And just keep in mind that this is definitely one of those shows, if you start watching one episode, you'll get stuck. I ended up watching the whole series within like a month. And thankfully for me, there was like multiple episodes there because I'm going to get really deep into this episode in the next couple of moments. Just want you to go ahead and watch how Edward moves through the room. He's such a player, but at the end of the day, we still got Elizabeth Woodville that's actually very much like a player herself. She's doing her thing, and I really like the actress that is in this show as well. She's very talented, along with Evans, so it gives you more of a, I would say it actually seems more real. Not saying Game of Thrones isn't, but it is a fantasy world, and it's kind of nice to have something that's happening in the real world. So let's go ahead and see how Edward moves through this whole situation. I think it's kind of brave how he went there by himself, being that his army just obliterated their army. York army took and defeated the Lancaster army, and so when he goes to her house, he's not met with a warm welcome. Of history to gain power, Elizabeth Woodville is a protagonist in the novel. The White Queen and Margaret Beaufort and Anne Neville are the focus of the novels. To put herself in the way of the new Yorkist king, Edward appealed to him directly, of course. Now, Edward, already with a reputation as a womanizer, is drawn instantly to Elizabeth's beauty and arranges to see her again. When Elizabeth rejects his sexual advances, he agrees to marry her in private and later make her queen of England. However, the marriage does not go down.
And the history of men is another history, and that's the history of the women. I know that you'd plot against the king. Well, he